Soul Garden. Why does every guy cheat on you? Trust me, I know. How come girls always call you their friend? I can tell you. We'll talk about your strengths and we'll talk about emotions. Secrets of Birthdays, now live for purchase. Check out yours at secretsofbirthdays.com. Namaste. Welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your astrologer and soul biographer, here to help you put the pieces of your karmic story together this week. Well, this week we are wrapping up the sun in Leo. That's the I love state of awareness emanating from our heart chakra. We're going to go from step 25 to being tested at step 29. We also have a full moon this week. And at the end of the week, the sun shifts into IB Virgo, the most real sign of all 12 signs. Now, emotionally, it starts off a little conservative. On Sunday and Monday, the moon is in Capricorn, but then the moon goes to a full moon status in Aquarius Tuesday, Wednesday. Then things get kind of slippery, sloppy in Pisces Thursday, Friday, and then this weekend it gets intense again with the moon crossing that T-square. The moon signs most affected are the Capricorn Cancer spectrum, Aquarius Leo during the full moon, Pisces Virgo, and of course next weekend the Aries and Libras will be running around the planet. Now looking at orbits, man, most emotions will affect crown and third eye this week, but at the end of the week the moon does go all the way down back to the root chakra, so you might have fears of survival on the weekend. Other planets affected, of course, are our solar plexus with Jupiter, but Mercury has now moved up to the heart chakra, which means that thoughts can affect your heart. Your mind can go the wrong direction and suddenly break your heart. So be careful, mind does lead to heartache if not well managed. Now looking at the planets, the same old corporates are here. For one, the soul pyramid in water, a grand trine between Neptune, Saturn, and that party down in Cancer. Now that does get struck when the moon crosses Neptune in Pisces later this week. Of course, we have a full moon on Tuesday, Wednesday. That is a tug of war between the sun and the earth and the moon, and that will mean literally a detachment moment where you have to let go of the things you don't love so you can embrace the things you do love. Also, that T-square. Oh, what fun it is to ride, right? Well, the moon is going to cross over Uranus this weekend, and that's going to really light up this T-square. In each of your horoscopes, I'll describe what that means for you. Here you can see the moon crossing over the earth right before it hits the solar pyramid. So the full moon is pretty intense. It hits us, makes us pull apart, and then the moon crosses that solar pyramid right away, forcing us to kind of update those emotions immediately. Well, let's take the ascension elevator up, shall we, and take a bird's eye view of you.
Folks, this is your captain speaking. We realize you have a choice in the astrologers you choose to fly with, and we'd just like to thank you for flying with Christopher Witecki.
Hello, ambassadors and Gemini risings, and welcome to 33,000 feet for a bird's eye view of you this week. There are several orbits in progress. One, with your soul biography, the sun in Leo, which for Geminis means a cleaning out of your own default state of awareness, I think. So the Geminis might be thinking about all sorts of things, but are you thinking about your thinking? Because that's what it's about. Stepping into a self-loving attitude and allowing your heart to rule your mind. Even though you love to live in your mind, if your heart doesn't rule it, it runs amok. So the Gemini that is ascended is the Gemini that allows their mind to pick the words. Allows their heart to pick the words from their mind. Sorry. See, my mind is kidding and taking control of me right now. This is true also for Gemini risings, but not as much and intensely as the Geminis, who, if you know, they're just living between their two thoughts all the time. Another orbit is Saturn in Scorpio, where it is time to make peace with your moment. This also is in concert with the mind. I think Gemini's minds let them get carried away and allow their moment to be pulled into chaos. So your moment deserves a little peace of mind, and peace of mind in the moment has to do with paying attention to reality and managing it with an iron fist versus escaping it with the thoughts of the mind. So another big push. Now for Geminis and the Gemini risings, by taking control of your moment, your health, stepping into the moment, creating peace in your body, you are opening up your possibilities for career and opening up possibilities for growing abundance. So the fulcrum, the real control point, is how you stay focused in the moment. And then another orbit going on, Uranus in Aries, where Geminis are trying to figure out where they belong and who the right friends are and to grow in their social reputation, but that is constantly being ping-ponged by that tug-of-war between self-esteem and where you draw your personal boundaries. In a lot of cases, Gemini's not changing, not because they're not capable, not because the resources aren't there, but because they're afraid of getting wet or jumping in the pool or being uncomfortable for 20 seconds, or they're afraid of their thoughts about what it might taste like, so to speak. So don't let your smartass, which is your mind, talk you out of trying things in life and jumping into the fun. All right. So as we step into chapter 3 of Sun and Leo, you're putting the finishing touches on your attitude. Attitude is the prejudice, the message, the tone behind the words, which is 90% of the communication. So don't get so word obsessed. The master Geminis know that tone is where it's all really at as far as power. The planets move from step 25 to step 29 on Thursday. So a chance of mind games on Thursday. Put that in your reminders in your phone. But that mind game then ends pretty quickly, and then you move into emotional transit. Starting Friday and Saturday, you'll be working on your I feel, or how you ground yourself, your home, your family, and your emotions, which maybe have gone through a lot of havoc if your mind hasn't been playing along. Now, Mars and Jupiter are still working on raising your soul capital. In fact, you'll be putting your finishing touches on manifesting some abundance or moving work ahead the way you want to this week. And Jupiter is going to allow you to finally heal from some old childhood self-esteem issues and begin to heal that bank account or ability to manifest money. Now, Saturn in Scorpio is what I was talking about, where it's time to make peace in the moment for the Geminis, the birds, the messengers. And so this means peace with your health, peace with your lifestyle, peace with balance in your work versus other things. Really just being an iron fist in the moment. Drawing your boundaries, telling yourself where you will not flow, where you will not feel bad, and therefore being strong with yourself. And again, that does help your career and does help your manifestation due to the soul pyramid in water. So last week, the quantum change really all pivoted around Thursday, where we had quantum holy shifting going on with Uranus stacking up on 3-stack level. This was all around a mind game. So your mind might have slipped Thursday, Friday into some sort of inner terror. Now that inner terror probably dealt with emotions, frankly, that the mind had strummed yourself down a certain path to where emotions took over, because the 22 degree is an emotional degree. Hopefully between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you began to figure out what was true and what was your mind tormenting you. And what is true is how you feel and what your heart says as well. You need the opinion of thoughts, emotion, and heart to have a nice solid reality, not just thoughts. All right, so that was probably part of the lesson, and it was difficult. As we go this week, you start off on Sunday with really a spiritual day. So Sunday, asking your higher self or listening to the smaller thoughts or the quieter thoughts. The moon in Capricorn does pull emotions for you into more of a serious tone, into that opposition between Cancer and Capricorn, which for the Geminis is between self-esteem and boundaries. So very vulnerable on Sunday and Monday with boundaries, because the moon in Capricorn is really highlighting emotionally your boundaries and how that ties into self-esteem and manifestation. So Sunday and Monday, kind of icky, really. Then Tuesday, the moon goes full in Aquarius. And this will be you getting really emotional about belief, the way things should be. So it should be this and it should be that, says the full moon in a Gemini's life. And that shoulding and shooting all over yourself is actually your energy to get away from some sort of thinking. So if you still have not escaped negative self-love thinking or false self-love thinking, that shooting all over yourself with the full moon will get you to hopefully let go, put down, the intellectual pistol and pick up the heart. Let the heart rule everything you think. So Tuesday is about taking action with this new attitude, putting this attitude in motion, which means you don't let yourself go negative, you don't let your thoughts go the wrong direction. And it also means that with Mars ruling the day, thoughts could easily go awry and go too far. So arguments, the chance of arguments and fighting with others, extremely high over this particular full moon. And I'll be sending out warning Witecki to the rest of the signs I watch over in the Guardian Agency. On Wednesday, we'll be holding space, so the moon will still be full, you'll still be full yourself in your belief, and you'll be searching emotionally for life purpose and where to go. And of course, the sun is holding space with a certain attitude. On Thursday, you might receive information you don't like. it may not be actually accurate information because Thursday is a test of that new attitude. So you're putting out an attitude, you're wanting to live by an attitude, and in that time, you are being tested. Now, part of what may test you may be simply feelings around career. The moon moves into Pisces as the universe is testing us, which means that you're really sensitive, not about belief and purpose, but actual career results. And that soul pyramid in water ties into the other two areas I was talking about earlier in this reading, which has to do with your ability to manifest money and how happy you are in the moment. So really Thursday is tough, I would say, for the Geminis. Keep your attitude and thoughts positive. That's what I'll be with texting in GA. Friday, we go into 0 degree Virgo. So it all kind of reboots on Friday. This will pull you into kind of a nesting, and that's what the next 30 days are. Nesting, resting, home, family, foundation. This is where the Geminis are going to be working the most. And so your emotions will be hypersensitive. The moon will be moving into Aries, making you maybe very sensitive emotionally to public perception, reputation, friends' opinion. Also, as the moon moves into Aries this weekend of the 24th, that whole T-square is struck again, where your feelings about where you fit in the world are really striking that chord between self-esteem and trust and intimacy. So again, self-esteem, trust, intimacy, this time affected by not your heart, but affected by your place in the world. So, it's a real, it's a lot of turbulence that requires you to live by what you've learned with living in your heart and living in the right time frame in your head. Don't forget, with Neptune retrograde, you got to pray and log into God consciousness. You're not going to get a fortune cookie drop from the sky. Now, dropping from the sky and getting serious about joy for a second, you only have 1 week left to get my readings for $99.99. They will go up. I have to do it. I promise you, for the whole summer. I feel like I've done my good. I'm getting into heaven. But if you want one of these, come on down to soulmart.me. I now do immediate booking. You can even book it for later in the year for Christmas to give it away, but it will never be this price again this year. And that is available until August 31st at soulmart.me. Now, while you're down, you might want to try a seminar with me. I work with a team of people on weekends called Jumpstart the Heart. It's just 90 minutes. It's just $34.95. And what it is kind of like a guided hangout, but private, where we help you get back in your heart, repair your heart, deal with issues of the heart. So, as you know, the heart is the heart of all of our magic, and if yours is not working well, come on down to soulmart.me and I'll help you out. For those wishing to become wizards or wizard dresses, I am teaching a class called Lightcast Boot Camp. It starts after Labor Day. It's on Sundays. It's an hour. Bring your wish you want manifested, and in 6 weeks, 85% of my class is manifesting that wish. This is no joke. Come on down, check it out. All these available at soulmart.me. And if you need to just learn for free, well, come on down. I like to have some people in my class. It's called Practical Wizardry. It captures live on webcam on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, and that's where you can learn all about your magic slowly over a full year's time. All my products and services are available at soulmart.me, and they do keep these horoscopes on the air and me able to keep giving you free information. So I do appreciate your investments. All right, that's all I have for this week. I do love you. I do appreciate you. Good luck with all of your heartfelt intentions. Keep your minds on the right path, and I'll see you in 7 days. Until then, live, love, be.